Hey everyone, this is Xipooo from Renegade Death Squad, and it's my first video on mag. I know the quality isn't exactly superb, so I apologize. But I just kind of wanted to talk to you about the utilization of the gun that you have, and knowing your role and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. Here you can see I have a 4x optical on a Gotha, which has really good accuracy with the foregrip on it. So I'm really trying to be long range, and you'll notice that I don't have any really light blue arrows around me. I'm kind of doing this all on my own, and what I'm doing here is just trying to flank the opponent, just trying to take off a couple of guys that might be, flanking my fellow squad. So I'm not really going with the clan, and that's why you'll see that I only have a first aid kit with me, and I don't have a medikit. And here I'm going to kill this guy, and then kind of a miraculous headshot apparently, and through concrete this guy headshotted me. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but one of the wonderful things about mag is that you can sometimes, I think what it is you are seeing your screen that you're in one particular place, but on someone else's game they see you in a slightly different place. So, and mag I think is built pretty much where whatever the guy sees and hits is essentially what is going to be truth to that game, and it's going to kill you, even if you're not necessarily in that spot. Which is okay. I mean, they've got to make some concessions. Every game has its flaws, and I think for the most part, Mag is trying to do, Zipper's trying to do the best it can with what it's got. Now here I make a big mistake. Okay, notice how I go to the left side of now I'm wide open here to the left. Everybody in the enemy is going to shoot at me, and sure enough, there I died, and that's a mistake. Every veteran should know better than that. I should have known better than that. But what I should have done is gone around the other side of the building. And what I was doing was I was chasing a couple of red dots that I saw on my mini-map. And I should have gone around where I had cover, where the enemy was on the left side of that. What I was trying to do was get around and sneak behind those guys, those two red dots. But unfortunately, it just basically left me out in the open. And that wasn't very smart. So again, I'm going to go out here to the left, try to continually flank. This is just kind of the role that I picked for myself while my crew's trying to take down that bunker on the right. Definitely using cover, and this is one of the things that I definitely think a lot of newer players should probably get used to, is learn how to use your cover, and also, especially with the Raven clan, you need to constantly be reloading. After every kill, you'll notice I'll, shoot for a little bit here, and I'm gonna, unfortunately I ended up getting killed while I was trying to reload there. And that happens, of course, too. That'll happen to anybody. But after every kill, you'll see me reload, and if I was hit at all, I try to recharge myself up try to heal myself with my first aid kit. And that's the exact progression I go through, is first reload the weapon so that I make sure I have a full capacity of, I have a full magazine in my gun, and I'm not going to run out halfway through the engagement. So I've got a full magazine in my gun as frequently as possible. And this is a big key to having some really good success in the game of mag. Alright, here I'm going to take out this guy over here to the left that I saw, and then get shot again. Somehow this guy hit me in the head while I'm running full tilt and dropping and jumping, and pretty good shot. It's just, again, one of those amazing things that happens in mag where you're going to go, what the heck? How did that guy hit me like that? Alright, we're going to spawn here again. And now, about halfway through, what's going to happen is I'm going to actually deter from what I was doing and try to help out my squad mates. I don't think I do it here, but you'll see me eventually. I do go and help out my squad out here on the right. I'm not trying to solely go lone wolf, and I'm also communicating with my squad that, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm not, just randomly deciding that, hey, I'm going to go just kill on my own. I'm letting my squad know, I'm trying to flank. You guys keep up the pressure on the right side. I'm going to come over here and just try to, knock off guys as they come to you. And usually a spread out attack is a good way of going. Sometimes you want to group up, Sometimes you want to spread out, sometimes you want to group and then have one guy just kind of flank around the back and see if you can't capture the objective that way. And here that's essentially what I'm trying to do. And then, of course, I should have spotted this guy right here. It's going to be coming up in just a second. It'll come right up on my screen. First I'm going to get this guy. Alright, now I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go back to trying to flank the other side again. And there's a guy right in front of me that I should have noticed. And he just comes right up and knifes me. So sometimes paying attention, sometimes the scope is definitely a detriment because you don't see those guys coming as easily, and he just came right up and knifed me. Alright, so now here I'm going to go help out my squad. You can even see me pausing to let them know, hey, I'm going to come right side. So I move over here to the right, go through the hallway, and you'll see me hang back from my squad, especially because, again, I've got the 4x optical, so I kind of can scope out the enemy to take them out. And that's it. I'm just putting covery fire on right now, just trying to help my guys advance, hang back, stay back as far as I need to. Make sure it's clear. Okay, I don't really see any enemies. Well, that might have been shooting at one guy there. It's got my squad mate in the ass. That was fun. Alright, so I'm going to move up here because my guys have obviously advanced, so I'm going to stay back. I'm going to kind of cover. I've got these two guys right here that came and kind of surprised us. Knock one down, get the last guy with my handgun. And unfortunately, I don't have my ammunition in my assault rifle, so I couldn't really take him out. And, alright, so this is a much more aggressive tactic that I'm taking now. I'm really getting close to the action, trying to take guys out, and I will hip fire like crazy. You'll notice that I hardly ever scope when I get really close to the action. I'm not scoping it out unless I see a guy really far away. So you'll see me hip fire a lot more. See, I'm going to take him out with a hip fire, and I should have saw that guy spawn because he's going to come around the corner and shoot me, and I'm not even going to pay attention to him, and that's just going to get me killed. Alright, now here, this is one of the other things that you've got to do, is you've got to communicate. Even though you're laying here on the ground, communicate with your guys. This is why microphones in MAG are just so essential. Communicating with the guys, hey, look, they're getting the bunker back up. There's a guy behind it with a repair gun, and look, by the time that I even respawn, they've already got the bunker back up. I don't know how Sever does it. It seems like they have the most miraculous bunkers that take no time in order to get back up. It's either that or they've got like 20 guys that all jump on every bunker that goes down. But anyway, so I'm going to advance again here, and of course now we can see that the turret's back up. It's basically at full strength, and we've got problems again. And I'm in a terrible spot to be trying to take this out. And so I make a bum rush, and of course I just get taken out by the turret. Kind of a dumb move on my part. I thought I had him flanked, and he wasn't going to be able to shoot me where I was running to. But apparently he could shoot down at about a 45-degree angle and still managed to get me. Alright, I'm going to try again here off to the right. Since the bunker is kind of flashing, I figured, you know what, I might be able to help them get it down, but by the time that they automatically they disarmed it, little buddy check, just make sure that guy's Raven. Alright, so I immediately see that the turret's down, and I run forward, and I'm just going to go and try to get as many of these guys out as I can. Okay. Really, you got a lot of hip fire when you get close to these engagements. There's really no point. Don't quite know how that guy escaped my knife, but okay. And try to take out a couple of these guys that are at the other bunker, and get headshot behind a barrel. That's awesome. That's MAG. I'm telling you, it's frustrating in a lot of ways, and I know all the factions have it. It seems like Raven seems to get a little bit more. I know I'm kind of being biased here, but it does seem like a little bit more crap happens on Raven than the other PMCs. I play both Valor and Sever, and although it does happen, a lot of these things, like the headshot earlier behind concrete, they don't seem to happen nearly as frequently from the Valor or especially not the Sever side. I don't see it nearly as often. I don't know if that's just a function of location of servers. I don't quite know exactly what it is. My guess is it probably has a lot to do. Now this guy's going to shoot me in the shoulder and kill me with a headshot. I'm not quite sure how that happens, but yeah, he shot me in the shoulder with a shotgun and that killed me. But as I was saying, I think by and large there is an imbalance to the game, but and it is stacked in Sever's favor. I think a lot of it has to do with the maps. I've done some analysis on the maps, and Sever definitely has an easier time because of the gate location and the AAA location in proximity to the bunkers is much closer to the bunkers. And the bunkers are much closer to each other on the Sever maps. Whereas with the Raven and Valor maps, the bunkers are much further apart, more difficult. You got to climb over things in order to get to them, or go across, river valleys. And this again, here's a stupid thing. Left myself out in the open again. So even the vets like me have these type of dope moments. I really shouldn't have been sitting there behind that rock thinking that that was going to cover me. I should have gotten a lot closer to that rock, maybe a little bit more in front of it, or a little bit more behind it, excuse me. But instead, I was kind of out in the open, out in the lake, and I was particularly easy, and I was crouched, and because I was crouched, I was at the perfect height for someone to headshot me. That's why I died with a headshot. That's one of the things about when you crouch is that you actually make it easier for them to headshot you. It's okay to try to duck behind cover, but you don't want to be crouching through the whole game. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the left here, and this time I've got a little bit of, I'm trying to come out here and help my other friends, since obviously my squad's not really able to take down that bunker too easily. I'm going to see what's going on over here left and see if I can't help out. And sure enough, I go on a pretty good streak here. I think I get 4 or 5 guys. There's 2, 3. I'm going to hop. There's 4. And he picks his buddy up, so there's 5, 6. There's another one here. There's 7. And unfortunately, I didn't have any time to heal myself between any of those kills, so I took a lot of them out, but I didn't get to heal myself, and so that's why that last, I think it was the 8th guy there, finally managed to get me. And those type of streaks can really help improve your KDR, because obviously, you go 7-1, that's it's pretty good. So I'm going to move up here. Again, I'm going to take a look at the left to see what I've got. And again, I'm using my scope a lot because I'm checking it out before I advance. Hey, is it open? I need to worry about things. And then I see the yellow smoke. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I saw yellow smoke, so I ran away from it, trying to get away from the artillery barrage. If you see smoke anywhere in your vicinity, you should run. I don't know exactly what kind of barrage is coming my way, but I just try to get away from it. Hide behind go back to kind of what I was doing before, trying to take out a few guys, maybe see if I can return to this space, because I've had plenty of time that they might have, kind of forgotten about me. They may have been looking for me and then up, after I wasn't there for a while, so now it's time for me to return. And we're going to move up here, and again, I'm using cover. I'm even laying down behind cover, and then I spot this shotgunner coming at me, and thing that irritated me, I see him as a red dot on my map. So that's why you see me continually knifing him, is because he's still a red dot on my map. And I couldn't quite figure out why. So I just kept knifing him, and that's another kind of a frustrating thing about this game sometimes, is that you'll think that you've knifed a guy, and he's still, he should have bled out, but he's still a red dot on your map, and you can knife him 4 times, and he's still alive. I don't quite understand why, but again, these type of things happen. Alright, so we're getting towards the end here. I think, in fact, we just captured our last. Yeah, we're going to see game's over. It's nice of them to run me over. Get a couple of last kills here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. This has been fun for me. This is my first video. I hope you guys liked it. We'll talk a little bit more about evasive strategies next.